It's Saturday night in the spring, so the weather is always unpredictable in Louisiana. You can always guarantee hot, and that's pretty much what we see tonight. Two hot football teams in the SXFL. I'm Tommy Hazelwood, joined by Coach. Coach, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, John Freitas, special teams coach.
He is, of course, the special teams coach for the Bayou LaComb Cardinals minor league football team, and that's who we're here to cover as it's a battle for first place. John, tell us about what's going on here.
Yeah, so we got a great team in town today, the Panhandle Crusaders out of Pensacola, Florida. They are the back-to-back-to-back champions of this league. They are also 5-0 right now. We're sitting at 4-0, so it's
This is dangerous here. There was a kick into the wind, and you saw the wind is kicking up. I don't even know what I don't even know what it would be right now.
It's about 25-mile-per-hour winds, and you guys seen that kick up get hung up, and well, I don't know. Can't do much about that.
Unfortunately, none of the up men had a chance to get it, so the Crusaders will take over in good field position. They are Panhandle, like you said. They have won. They're from the Pensacola area. They've won 3 consecutive championships, and apparently they've had a couple of awards with you guys over the last few years.
Right, we've had some good battles with them, some close games, some heartbreakers. So we're hoping to get them this season. We're glad they had to come here.
Well, they're going to be facing the defense of Cheney, Parson, and Revolta and Dorsey on the offensive line. Roberts, Dawson, and Fisher are your linebackers. Connolly, Savant, Robinson, and Russell are the defensive backs. Speaking to Coach Smith of the Panhandle before the game, he said something that any broadcaster would love to hear on a night like tonight. And you know what that was? We run the triple option.
Oh, yes. So I love that myself.
First down and 10 from the 38, and there's going to be the handoff to the first man, and he's going to gain a couple of yards. Looks like that was 12 Ladner on the stop for the home team.
52.
52, excuse me, okay. So that 52 would be
Abraham Dawson.
Abraham Dawson. I'm looking at a roster. You don't need to, you obviously being on the coaching staff. So
I just got lucky that time.
Hey, luck counts, huh? Luck counts. Do you see a number on the quarterback? These jerseys are hard to read for the opponents.
Yeah, they're pretty difficult to read.
So it is going to be second down. It's going to be a gain of about 1.5 yards. So second down as a pass comes to the near side. And it's going to be a minimal gain. 52, we're calling him again. Dawson again, one of the team leaders on defense. Now, a common opponent. A couple of weeks ago, you all played the Tri-City Bengals, beat them 19-0. Much different ball game with these guys last week. It was 21-20.
Right. I know they were losing 20-6 at halftime. Made a good comeback to win. So, yeah, like I said, it's a tough team. They're not going to quit no matter what the score is.
Malcolm Wagner's your cameraman. Miss Janet Foster is our spotter for the night. We have third down and 7 from the 35-yard line. As looking back to pass, I'm thinking that's number 7, but I can't tell. The receiver had to come back to get it. I thought the ball hit the ground.
No, he batted it up to himself.
All right, so that's going to be enough of that's going to be a completion, and that's going to be enough for a first down as they will move the sticks with 13:03 to go here in the opening quarter of play. The Cardinals again 5-0 on the year.
We're 4-0.
4-0, excuse me. Yeah.
And they're 5.
They're 5-0. You all had a bye last week. Next week it's another bye week because of Easter, if I'm correct.
Correct.
And then the Walker Warriors are down the road. Am I right?
Yes, sir. They actually come here. I thought last week I said we were going to them, but that's actually not the case.
Lone man in the backfield takes a handoff. He's finds some running room to this side, and he's taken down by a couple of different Cardinals there. Looks like, was that 18 on the tackle?
Yes, sir.
If so, 18 is going to be Russell Jerome. So it's going to be a gain of, that was actually a nice gain of about 7, deceptive on how long that run was. That's going to be second down and 3 at the 19-yard line with 12:14 to go here in the first quarter of play. The weather might be a factor later on tonight. What do you think it's going to do for your special teams play, Coach?
Well, the wind going towards the end zone that the Crusaders are currently heading to is blowing pretty bad the opposite way. So if you're kicking into that end zone, you have to really, think about where your kicker has their distance from. going to be tough for sure all day.
So,
Or you can get some lucky bounces like they did on their opening kickoff. So.
Yeah, there is a stiff wind blowing in from the south. The carry was enough for a first down. That's going to move the Sticks to the 16 with 11:34. The officials whistle to stop the play.
Yeah, they had the ball a little wide on the hash.
Yeah, outside the hash. That's one of the differences with this semi-pro. That's one of the major differences is the hash marks,
right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So first down and 10 from the 16-yard line. They do start the clock here. As they're saying 79 degrees, but with that wind blowing, it doesn't feel like 79, does it?
No.
Hand off to the first man through. He escapes one tackle. Can't get away from the second, but he gets a good 7 yards. So it's going to be inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. And this is something you all haven't seen in the last couple of weeks, and that's being threatened.
Right, yeah. They're getting a good push off the ball. You know, this team has been running the ball for as long as they've been around, which has been, I believe, around 8 to 10 years they've been there.
Well, back-to-back goose eggs for the Cardinals against both the 49ers and the Bengals. The Bengals did have an end-goal situation to end the half 2 weeks ago, but were unable to cash in. But this is a real scoring threat as the handoff goes to the first man through.
Fullback again.
And it looks like we have the ball on the ground. No, we do have the ball on the ground, and it's recovered in the end zone. And they say he scored. No one was whistled down, so there goes the scoreless streak. It had been at least 8 quarters since the Cardinals had given up a score. But that goes by the wayside. It comes with 10:27 to go in the first quarter as the Cardinals trail by a score of 6-0. As what do you know about special teams for the opponents?
They do have a very good kicker. Again, they're kicking into the wind
here. I was
here.
about to say, would you risk kicking into this wind?
You know, it really just depends how much you trust your kicker. If he can power it through, it's not that long of a field goal. But it looks like they're going to try it. But he's got a good leg. Kicking into the wind, he made a 50-yard during warm-ups.
Jeez, how'd you like to have that?
Yeah.
You got a pretty good kicker in your own right.
Yeah, I believe into the wind. He's probably good from about out there as well.
There's a snap. Kick is up. And
see that ball come. Ooh.
It is close, but it is good.
Yeah.
So that makes it 7-0 with 10:27 to go in the first quarter of play. You're watching Bayou LaComb Cardinal football on Action News 17. So the Cardinals trail 7-0. We need to remind you that the Cardinals entrust all of their banking needs to Fidelity Bank. At Fidelity, they are treated like family when they walk in. Fidelity prides themselves on customer service and going that extra mile for their clients. No wonder their motto is here for good. Kickoff is the second time that the Crusaders kick off. Ball is taken by one of the deep men for the Cardinals. He's got a good return there. He's along to the far sideline, past midfield, inside the 45-yard line, down about the 42, trying to make up for what happened last time. That's a good start there. Huh, Coach?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Great return. We needed that for sure after that unlucky bounce, their first kickoff. I would wonder why they would swiv it after just getting the ball back on that sky kick. That's interesting to me.
Totally unpredictable. The wind makes it totally unpredictable. Talking to their coach Smith across the way, he said, hey, he'll be thankful for the turf tonight if it rains, and I'm sure everybody else will be too. And we're going to be thankful for the overhang. Last week we were across the way, but obviously you can see there's no shelter there. So we are over here and looking at the crowd. We were hoping to have a big crowd, but I can understand if people stay home because of the weather, but we're still early.
Like about 100 people here still, somewhere around there, close to. But yeah, the weather is definitely going to maybe scare some fans off tonight, but feels great outside.
Efferson is in at quarterback. Williams is with him in the backfield. There's a man in the motion on play action. Efferson's going to roll, looking downfield, throwing deep, not deep necessarily, but throwing downfield, and that was incomplete. Looking for Williams?
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. That's going to be Justin.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, I was reading the last name first. He is a 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver out of Warren Easton. So the pass falls incomplete. It stops the clock with 10:02 to go. Second down and 10. And we're pretty much going to see the bread and butter formation all night, aren't we?
Right. We'd like 4 wide receivers.
Now, if it does start to rain and the ball gets a little slick, do you see them going under center more often?
Maybe so. I know they were practicing it a lot before the game. So
again, Williams is in the backfield with Efferson. You got a man in motion again. Because a handoff goes to Williams. Williams finds a hole, and he gets inside the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. So it'll bring up third down and a manageable 3.5. Gain of 7. And so, yeah, like as we said, there's going to be a bye week next week for Easter.
Correct.
And then who was your opponent after that?
Currently, we are that week we're supposed to be against the Louisiana Tigers. They unfortunately folded, so we are looking for a game that day. I believe Blaine has something set up with someone already, but I'm not 100% sure.
There goes a handoff to Williams again. He puts his shoulder down, and he's going to be close.
I think he's got it.
Bayou LaComb Cardinal football is made possible by the Creole Tomato, Speedway Printing, LaComb Family Pharmacy, Family First Hospitality, and John D. Stevens Law Firm, LLC. That was enough for the first down. That was enough for a first down, so it's going to be, they're going to move the sticks there.
The 30-yard line, first and goal.
Cardinals looking to answer an opening score by the Crusaders. It's 7-0 with 8:24 to go here in the first period of play. I formation, they're under center. That we've only seen that in goal line situation. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the second, or actually the third lucky break for the Crusaders. He had to kick off the fumble recovery for the touchdown, and let's see what happens here. It's going to be a turnover, so the visitors will take over with 8:08 to go here in the first quarter of play. Let's remind you that Chris Tees makes this one possible, along with Bernhardt's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration, Fidelity Bank, and Sterling Properties. All of them pitched in to make this one possible as the ball goes over to the – how would you describe their uniforms?
Random. They look like tie-dye. Blue,
yeah,
blue and orange
psychedelic would be a good choice there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, it is a 7-0 lead. They run the triple option. For a second there, it looked like they were having 3 deep in the backfield. You're going to have 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Again, we really can't see the numbers. Rolling on play action,
here,
looking deep, throwing into the wind. He's got caught over the middle. No, it falls incomplete. It falls incomplete, so that's going to be second down and 10. Do you like the call there on first down and 10?
Yeah, I mean, hey, try to put a big nail, final nail in the coffin early. You know, if you can get a big touchdown on first down, put us down 2 scores, that would be a pretty big deal, I would think.
They've definitely gotten the benefit of 2 breaks here early on, as we played 7 minutes and 3 seconds, and it is 7-0 for the Panhandle Crusaders. Again, 3 consecutive championships, and like I said, you've had some wars with them so far. There's a pitch to the man in the backfield. He gets taken down after a 2-yard gain, maybe 3.
Nathan Lee with the tackle.
So that's going to be third down and 9. I thought he got a little further than that, but apparently he only got a yard. Now, this is not something that a triple option team likes to face. They like to have a little bit more on first down. That's the danger of going play action when you run that kind of offense. Again, There's no 30-second clock. The play clock is kept on the field, so we have no idea. We have no idea how long they have left on the play clock.
Big play.
Backs in the eye again. 2 receivers to the near, 1 to the far.
Pass.
Dropping back to pass. He's going to feel some pressure, but he gets it away going deep, and it is going to be out of bounds. He would not have come down with it anyway. So that's a break for the Cardinals, stopping them 3 and out after the turnover.
And now they have to punt into this wind. So that's going to be pretty interesting. He's going to be kicking from about the 20, maybe the 18-yard line, something like that, depending on how their formation, at least the 20. So.
But the difference between this and the opening kickoff is obviously the opening kickoff is a free ball.
Right.
If you're the punt return team, just stay away from it.
Peter call here, which means get out the way. We're hoping he hangs this one up in the air and it comes back right at him. That'd be great.
I don't know if you can see the trees blowing across the way there, but yes, there is a nice stiff breeze. There's going to be a timeout on the field. It's taken by the Cardinals. It comes
Crusaders.
with 6:20. Well, the side judge was signaling this way.
Oh, never mind. The other one, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it comes with 6:24 to go in the first quarter. Bayou LaComb Cardinals trail 7-0 on Action News 17. Bayou LaComb Pharmacy is owned by LaComb residents Angela and Jason Johnson. They accept all insurance plans and provide convenient, fast, and friendly service. They take pride in serving the LaComb community. Go and let them know go on in and let them help you with your medication needs.
They don't got it.
Your health is our purpose. As we come back for the punt here, 6:24 to go. They didn't have enough men on the field.
They don't have enough men on the line of scrimmage either.
That should be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, no, okay. You see it get caught in the wind, but he got it low enough where it
Yeah, but say it wasn't that high of a kick.
Oh,
So it's still going to be good field position for the Cardinals as they will take over at the 35-yard line. So that's where the home team takes over. Any rationale why they're wearing white tonight? The last time they were wearing the black uniforms.
I think this is the only color uniforms the Crusaders have.
Seems to me it wouldn't matter what you're wearing based on what they're wearing.
Right.
Let's remind you that Carreta Mexican Grill makes this one possible, along with LaComb Pharmacy, Silver Slipper Casino, Clico, the Triple Nickel Grill, Gators Travel Center, and the North Shore Technical Community College. Without them, Bayou LaComb Cardinal football may not be possible.
For sure. We love our sponsors, so they take care of us, and we're glad to have them.
Well, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the home team. Ball touching the 35-yard line with 6:15 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, out I formation again.
Yeah, this is the second time in a row. Last time we had a little mix-up in the backfield. Luckily, it all went for naught. As Efferson is under center, we got some movement. Did he make some contact, or was he drawn? That's going to be the question.
Going to say he was drawn.
No, offsides. He made contact. Encroachment is the penalty, so that moves it 5 yards. That's going to be the first enforced penalty. It comes at the 6:14 mark here in the first quarter of play.
Well,
how big psychologically would it be to beat these guys?
Oh man, it would be huge. This is a great organization, and to be the man, you got to beat the man. So they're the man for sure in this league. Oh, they turned it around and called it on us.
Okay, so that will be the first enforced penalty against the home team. So that's going to move it back to the 30-yard line with 6:14 to go. So. Again, the Cardinals looking to go 5-0. How tough is it going to be with the playing of the Louisiana Tigers team that folded?
Well, unfortunately, that's just a thing that happens in some leagues. So, I think we have another team out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
The Hawks?
No, the Tri-City Savages. They're in the APDFL.
Uh-huh.
They had a team fold as well, and they have an open date. So I believe we'll be going to Hattiesburg, but I don't think that's guaranteed yet.
Backs on an eye. Jefferson looking over the middle. It was just too high as he was going for Ladner. It falls incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd down and 15. Obviously, we cover 2 teams in our area, including you all and the Louisiana Pride, and this is the third time that the Tigers will be responsible for forfeits.
Right. I know. I think I'm not sure if they're going to just go away as an organization. I know they have a new owner. I think maybe they're just going to try to regroup. But look, when a team folds one season and folds the next, eventually no one's going to go and play for them because they're wasting their time.
And their team fees.
Right.
You all are a rarity that you all don't charge team fees. Well, some people have to. They have to make it.
Right. Yeah. And we definitely understand that. That's
2nd and 15. Everson rolling this way. He's got a man. It's going to be caught out of the backfield, and that's going to be a minimal gain. Who was that who made the reception there? Did you see?
That's
24.
Courtney Moore.
That's going to be Courtney Moore. Yeah, he's a 19-year-old from Pearl River High School. Again, Janet Foster is our spotter for the contest. So gain of about 2, so to bring up 3rd down and 13. And now how important it is to make a conversion here. You want to get something here with the wind at your back.
Right, we want to try to get a 1st down here for sure. I expect. Let's see, we got some max protection. We got the fullback in there in the block.
They're going back to their normal formation, not under center. They've gone more under center tonight than they have all of last week or 2 weeks ago.
Right,
handoff goes to Williams. Williams gets into some trouble, but he gets up to about the 35-yard line, so that'll bring up 4th down and 10.
Pretty conservative. Maybe with the wind at their back, they're thinking we can get a good flip of field positions here. Earlier, Lance were putting him on the 10-yard line from around the 30, so he's going to be kicking, it looks like, about the 25. So as long as he gets a good boot on it and gets it up in the wind, of course the wind's dead right now. Hopefully it kicks back up. Oh, here we go. Good. The wind's heard me.
Yep. The long snapper is John Perfate, and Lance Foster is the punter. He stands back at his own 21-yard line. There's the snap. And gets
Didn't
off
get
a
all
punt
of
that's
it,
going
but it
to.
takes a good bounce.
Yeah, it takes a Cardinal bounce to about the 20.
All right. That's not too bad.
No, you'll take that.
Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46-yard net punt.
All in the coaching, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's all in the
He
coaching.
didn't get all that one, I tell you that. When he gets all of it, you know it. It's a spiral. But that's still good. It took a good bounce. Our coverage team did a good job making that tackle.
First down and 10 at the 28-yard line with 3:11 to go here, and the clock is stopped in the first quarter of play. We're glad to have you along. Again, the wind is kicking up. I can feel it coming in. I don't know about you, but I can definitely feel it coming in. Still 79 degrees. They were saying we could be looking at some rain around 8 o'clock. So for two teams that like to run the ball, that really won't make that much of a difference. Thing is, the field could get a little slippery.
Right.
All right, first down and 10 here. Again, 7-0 is the score. As our Crusaders are under center. And we've got some movement. They're gonna say he was drawn off, or do you think?
No, they're gonna have to call that an off. If they call it an offense the other way around, they got to call that one.
For consistency purposes, you'd think. Yeah, look, they're not even arguing; they're just backing up.
Right.
Now, any idea where the officiating crew is out of?
No, I'm not sure if they come from out another area. I don't think they're from here.
Well, first down and 15 as you hear the wind kicking up in the microphone there.
Yeah, the wind just blew the ball back. They had to reset it.
2:57. They have whistled to start the clock.
All right. Gonna be a fullback. Oh, pitch.
There goes a pitch to the far side. Oh! We're going to see
Got a
flags
hold.
flying.
That's going to be a hold. Yep.
Somebody got stuck on that one.
Yeah.
Did you see the number on that one?
Abraham Dawson.
Dawson, 52. Okay. I do believe he's a former Southeastern Louisiana University Lion.
I believe so. Him and number 20.
I was talking to their head coach Smith before the game. He said he's got 9 former D1 players.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, the Pensacola area, you would think you would have a lot of talent to choose from there. And you know what else you probably find over there? A lot of military, too.
Oh, definitely a lot of military guys. And they do, definitely. Pensacola's got a lot of teams. You know, they have the Emerald Scorpions, who are in our league, who ended up folding. They have 2 teams, 3, 4, 5 teams in that area at least. They got a lot of talent.
First down and 25 from the 12-yard line. There goes a handoff for a minimal gain. Well, actually, we got the ball on the ground. And we'll wait for the official signal. It is Cardinal ball. It comes with 2:15 to go in the first quarter.
Awesome, great. We needed that break. I was about to say, you know, we've been making great contact in the backfield almost every time they hand off the ball, but we haven't been making that initial tackle. And well, that time it worked out for us because they ended up fumbling on the second hit.
Jonathan Cheney on the recovery.
Awesome.
So he sets up the home team in pretty good field position. Right at about they haven't set the ball yet. Where are we at there? At the 20.
On the 20, so offense really needs to capitalize here. We're obviously already in field goal range.
I was about to ask you, what would you be kicking into this wind if you could, or with this wind if you could?
I'd be kicking from the 33-yard line in this one. I'd let him try a 50-yarder from this line.
Well, the wind is coming in from the south, but it is also pushing to the east.
Yeah, I think for him that wouldn't be that big of a deal.
On that hash market, it may actually even be a help.
Right.
So first down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Going shotgun here. I expect a running play.
Yeah, 2 receivers to both sides, and Williams is in the backfield with Epperson.
Checking around. He's looking around.
So that's going to be 5 yards against the Cardinals. Comes with 2 minutes and 13 seconds now. Yeah, we've seen a lot of pre-snap penalties so far.
Very disappointed in that receiver. You know, something we work on at every single practice. And, you know, the little things. You know, when 9 of their players jump off sides and 1 of your guys jumps off sides, very disappointing not to get that 5 yards.
All right, so first and 15 from the 25-yard line. Shotgun, Epperson looking this way.
Yeah, that was there. He just had to put a little more air on the ball.
Yeah. So the incompletion makes it 2nd and 15. Clock is still running with 1:59 to go here in the first quarter. They stopped it. Now they've started again. So. Yeah, just didn't have enough mustard on it, did he? I guess he overcompensated for the wind there. Excuse me.
Right.
Gotta love the footwear of some of the opponents here. You see the neon green, and I've seen neon pink. Most of them are wearing orange.
Colorful cleats.
All right, so 2 receivers to both sides again. Williams in the backfield with Everson. Snap is a little low. He hands it off to Williams. He finds some running room.
Yeah.
He gets about 13 yards. That makes it 3rd down and about 2 with 1:20 to go in the first quarter play. So it makes it definitely much more manageable. You'd like to see him put it in the end zone right here and then kick into this goalpost right now instead of going the other way.
Right.
Well, he didn't get quite as far as I thought.
3rd and 4.
Yeah, okay, so he got about 9. Well, no, got about 11. Is that Laranja High math education for me? .57 seconds and the clock is running here in the first quarter.
They had our official timeout, yeah.
14-yard line here.
Yeah, we definitely want to score. We got 50 seconds to run, and we'd love to score and kick an extra point down here.
3 receivers to this side, 1 to the far side.
Maybe a play action jump ball to Justin Foy out on the left.
There's going to be, you see a whole lot of movement as a handoff goes to Williams.
Again.
Williams gets down inside the 5, but there is a flag.
That's going to be on the defense.
Yeah, if that's on the defense, it's basically going to be declined because he got enough of the first down.
For sure. But I'll have to call a play right here and get set up on the ball and ready to go.
Yeah, you try to do it with your wind. Are you going to be able to do it, though? You got exactly 30 seconds. Most of the time, people just let the clock run down, but we may have some circumstances here make it a little different. As Everson runs back on, you would think that, yes, you are going to try to run the play. The officials just whistled to start the clock. So we're down to 27 seconds. Cardinals in the huddle here.
I'll run the same play. I'd run the ball right up the middle again. They don't seem to be able to stop it.
It is 1st and goal from the 6. We got 2 receivers to both sides. There goes a handoff to Williams. Williams is in for the touchdown. Number 8. He's no stranger to the end zone. How many times has he scored this year so far?
Man, that might have been his 5th touchdown, I believe. Yeah, he's a great player.
He's a former Northwestern State University Demon, and he's also a member of the North Lake Christian Alumni Association, I'd assume, too.
Right.
So he makes it 7-6 with 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. So the Bayou LaComb lines up for the extra point.
The ever important extra point, especially when the other team has a kicker, too.
Denzel Latner is the holder. Parafate is the snapper, and Lance Foster is the kicker.
Let's go, Lance.
There's a snap, good snap. Kick is up, and it hits the upright. So that makes it 7-6. It keeps it 7-6 with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter of play on Action News 17. Community involvement is a big deal at Sterling Properties, and it's an important part of their everyday company culture. We live where we work. They believe that it's our social responsibility to give back to the communities that support us so greatly across the Gulf South region. A stronger community benefits us all as the Cardinals line up to kick it off here. Let's see. Can he get a touchback from here, you think?
Oh, yeah. He's got a sore groin. He's been nursing for a while. But if he launches into it, I have no doubt in my mind he can kick it out the end zone.
Again, we touched on this last time, but the dedication of this guy driving all the way in from the Biloxi area. He's in his 40s.
Yeah, he's super dedicated. I know he's probably feeling a little heartbroken missing that kick right now. But hopefully he can get that out of his mind because we're going to need him to make a big kick today.
Let's hope for a big kick right here as the wind blows off the tee. I got a feeling if we have a lot of kickoffs, you're going to see that quite a bit tonight. Although it's only the first time of the 3 we've seen it.
Right, so we're going to get a holder on this one.
And no offense to the other team, but let's hope it's Foster's who rolls off quite a bit more. Let's hope he has more opportunities for the ball to roll off. Looks like the holding will be Logan Graffia. What difference does that make to you, being a man down, basically?
Oh, man. Yeah, you're a man down. He's got to get up fast. He can't let go of the ball early. Good. He did a good job holding it. Good kick. There you go. And
that's exactly what you need right there. When you have a man down, it goes back into the end zone. The touchback will be the final play of the first quarter as it is 7-6 with 15 minutes in the books here on Action News 17. So we're back for the second quarter of play. 7-6 is the score. The Bayou LaComb Cardinals trailing. Everybody's cashed in on their breaks so far. Well, actually, every point has come in on a turnover so far. 2 turnovers for the home team, 1 for the visitors. Or actually, there's the handoff. The first man through. He's met right away. A couple of different Cardinals there on the tackle. Looks like number 8 is one of them. That's actually, it wouldn't be 8. Who is that? Okay, let's see here.
Number 9.
Number 9, okay, and
number 4.
And number 4, Kobe Crane. That's would be a big loss. Not a big loss, but it's a big play. Do you consider that? Is that opening kickoff? Is that considered a turnover?
Yeah, for sure.
Both teams have put it on the ground a couple of times. Unfortunately for us, the Crusaders were able to use theirs for 6 points as there's a throw over the middle, and it is going to be complete for a first down up to about the 41-yard line. As we have 14-10 to go here in the second quarter of play. Again, 7-6 as a score. Yeah, that one just worked out perfectly for them on the opening drive, did it not?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You get gifted the ball at the 30-yard line.
You fumble the ball, and then somebody picks it up and gets the free 6 points.
Yeah, it's like you received the ball in the first half and the second half now. So,
and of course, the Cardinal defense was able to stiffen after they turned the ball over, and then they ended up cashing in on a fumble after that. 13:40 to go in the second quarter of play. 2 backs in the backfield. Shotgun, looking deep again, and he just had a step on a receiver. Luckily, it was just out of his hands.
ooh, yeah,
Looked like he was going to 21. That's
27.
Yeah, 27. Okay. All right. So second down and 10 now. And for a team that likes to run the triple option, they throw the ball a little more than what I was thinking.
Yeah, they must see something they like matchup-wise. Yeah, the wind.
Yeah. Now they have the wind behind them. Yes. 13:25 and the clock running here. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. Oh, the wind is picking up the dial-a-down. Little extra work for the dial-a-down guy. There's a snap. Met in the backfield for a loss.
LT Dorsey, the tackle.
That could be why they're deciding to throw the ball. That's back-to-back running plays have ended up with losses in the backfield. So that's third down and 11. Let's say a loss of 2. So it's going to be third down and 12. So this is a situation the Crusaders do not get into normally. And do we have a halftime performance tonight?
I am unsure. I definitely don't know their name, but we do have a dance team here tonight, as well as the LaComb cheerleaders.
Yeah, we got them to do a little cheer for us before the game as there was some movement. No flags down. Getting out of some trouble in the backfield. Making a first tackler miss, but several Cardinals are in on the tackle there, so that's going to be fourth down, and now we get to see how they punt with the wind behind them.
Whew, that's some good mobility by their quarterback, for sure. It could have been more of a 6-yard loss. Instead, he got right back to basically the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. He may have lost a yard, so it still counts as a sack. So fourth down.
1, 2.
Now, how tough is it trying to figure out where to stand if you're the punt return guy?
Yeah, it's going to be tough as long as, this ball could be moving all over the place depending on how the wind's blowing. I think the most important thing is for him to catch it and keep it in front of him.
Back deep to receive is going to be Marcus Connerly.
He can always break one open.
Yeah, not only on kicks, but also on interceptions. Boy, he's standing back at his own 22-yard line as we're going to have a false start against the kicking team.
Great.
So he's giving him 58 yards. Think he can get one off that far?
I think he's just being safe. But you never know. If it's the same guy that kicks field goals, he's got a good leg. So really, if he puts it up in that air screen, you never know how far it can carry.
Well, we have 11:05 to go here in the first half of play. 7-6 is a score. Connolly is at his own 25 now. There's a snap.
All right, that's Not that good of a
No.
punt.
I tell you what, if I'm wearing white, I'm thrilled with that one. As they are still marking it off, they're going to say he's at about the 42-yard line. So that's where the home team will take over. Again, wearing the home whites because of the color scheme of the opponents.
Yeah, we were going to wear all whites, but unfortunately the triple XL pants didn't come in time for white, so we switched back to red pants.
Okay, let's not pretend that I don't know anything, because I really don't. Where do you get your apparel from?
You know, I'm not sure. Blaine's got somebody gets it from, and they do a great job. It's sewn on, you know, just like you would see in the NFL or college, and he likes the more traditional style uniform, as you can see.
First down and 10 from the 42 with 10:50 to go. Cardinals trail 7-6. The difference was the extra point hitting the upright. Efferson to Williams, and that's going to be basically no gain, or about a half a yard maybe. Now, you said you live on the other side of the lake, right?
I do.
I wonder if you spend some time here on the North Shore, I wonder how many Cardinals caps you see. Does your memorabilia sell pretty well?
I think so. You know, a lot of fans in the stands right now have some on. It's something we want the community to have pride in our team and be able to represent it, not just on Saturdays, but.
So officially no gain, second down and 10. 10:15 to go here in the first half of play. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Williams is in the backfield. Efferson takes a snap, looking this way, throwing into the wind. Would you say that was a residual effect of the weather? Not the weather, but the wind?
Yeah, I tell you what, if he just lets one fly, he's got number 11 down the sideline. You just never know when this wind, whether it's going to get there or not. 3rd and 10, though, I would expect an aggressive play call. But again, I thought that before, and we ran a draw play. So.
Now, were you on the team a couple of years ago that Coach Smith was telling me? Coach Smith of the Crusaders was telling me about a situation to where they had a chance to put the game away. You all made a recovery, scored within the final minute, and then they had a play to come back and break your hearts, huh?
Yeah, I've been on the team all 3 years of our existence, and yeah, we've had, like I said, some heartbreakers against them. Great job, like I said, aggressive. Archie Ambo with the catch, 17. He's a 3-year vet of the team as well.
Yeah, they credit 11. Maxey is what the press box just said.
Oh, no, it was 17. Yeah, 17. He's got the dreads.
Well, we'll check with our spotter. Who was it, 11 or 17? Yeah.
He had dread though. Number 11 don't have the dreads.
Ah, okay.
His dreads are covering up the top of the 7. That's why it looks like 11.
Okay. So it's going to be enough for a first down either way as the Cardinals cross midfield. 1st and 10 at the 46. 8:54 to go here in the first half of play. We're so glad to have you along on Action News 17. This is the second Cardinal game. They are 1-0 in telecasts that we've done. Williams takes a handoff. Gets away from a couple of tacklers, but I see a flag on the far side.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hold.
That's an offensive holding, so it's going to back him up 10 yards. Wipes out a great run. I like that first move he made in the backfield.
Yeah, it's a good move. Unfortunately, he's coming back. Anytime the tackle is holding somebody, they're going to get caught.
All right, so that's going to back it up to the 44-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 20 after that. Okay, so you got home games against the Walker Warriors, and who else?
And that is it. That's the last home game.
And they are not in your league, am I correct?
They're not. They're in the SEFL.
No, they're not in the SEFL.
Huh?
I don't think they're in the same as the Pride and the Vipers, because they're not. We also do Pride games, and they don't play.
I thought they were in that league, didn't I?
No,
I'm not sure what league they're playing in then.
We'd love to see something happen between, say the parish governments, between Livingston and St. Tammany, more or less just to promote this.
Oh, right, for sure. We get St. Tammany Facebook page, shares all of our games and stuff, so we thank them for that. Yeah, we definitely want to be here for the community to see some good football and have some good times with the kids.
We have 2 receivers on both sides, and Williams in the backfield. Tell me if you heard that one before. Ball hits the ground, but Efferson hands it off to Williams. He gains about 2 yards. Now tonight, playing over in Springfield, we have the Vipers, the Bayou Vipers against the Louisiana Pride. We have 2 of the Livingston teams going head-to-head. So We'd love to see the Livingston government reach out to the St. Tammany government, have Pat Brister make a bet with Leighton Ricks. Be good to see.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, I think every team that's doing it the right way wants their community to be proud of them and give a good product for people to come and see.
And I know you've got coaches and players that don't live here, but by and large, most of them do live in this area. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And our owner is born and raised.
That was a loss of a yard, so it's 2nd down and 21 now. Everson gets out of some trouble in the back. Actually, he does not get out of some trouble in the backfield. He's taken down, so the sack is going to be another loss of about 2. So this will be 3rd down and about
A mile.
22, 23 maybe. Yeah. Now, do you just play it safe, or do you not want to punt into this wind?
Yeah, I'd play it safe. You know, I thought he had the swing route out the backfield, but he had some pressure in his face, so it was hard for him to make that read.
So let's see what they're going to come up with now as we approach the 6.5-minute mark here. Cardinals trailing 7-6. I'm trying to avoid anything that would be considered a broadcaster's jinx. Twins to both sides. Everson drops back. He's got some pressure. He's looking downfield, and that one was caught up in the wind, and that's intercepted.
That's tough, but to be honest, that's probably as good as a punt.
Yeah, I was going to say. Looks like he was going for Ambo again, but I think it got caught up. And again, the wind is coming from the south, but it's also pushing to the east.
Right. That was probably the hardest pass you could throw on the field.
Mm-hmm. He was throwing back across his body. The interception return brings it to the 39-yard line, and that's where the visitors will take over, up by a score of 7-6 with 6:01 to go in the first quarter of play. Well, the turnovers have been plentiful tonight. Unfortunately, that's the 3rd for the Cardinals. Crusaders have only cashed in once, though. Going to have an all-sides penalty going to have an offensive procedure penalty against the Panhandle Crusaders. So that's going to back them up 5 yards at about the 29-yard line with 6:01 to go in the half.
Yeah, I would say the hardest games to win in any level of football are the ones where you're down in the turnover battle. So
yeah, you can't give a team like this extra chances. And when you get them, you need to cash in. And that's what they have done. They have cashed in on their only opportunity. Split backs in the backfield, some pressure. He gets out of it.
Going to have a hold on the play.
I didn't even see that. You're right. That's going to back him up. That didn't take long.
No, he basically tackled their guy.
Yeah.
That's one just hard to argue with the referee about.
You know, I got to tell you, this is we've gone a game and almost another half of a game, and I got to tell you, I haven't really been able to complain about the officiating.
Nah, I think these guys, our
kicking that just fell over.
Yeah, I think they do a good job, and they want to represent themselves. You know, they're a crew that works together. They work high school games and stuff like that.
Oh, so. Okay. Offense, defense was offsides. Holding, yeah, the penalty's offset.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing we've done a couple of Pride games, and we've been less than impressed with the officiating. But that I'm sure what factors in, and I'm not taking jabs at the guys in stripes. I'm taking jabs at the fact that they only have 5. That has got to be a factor into it. And you would also think that they let them play a little more, considering you have 1 day of practice.
Right. I think it's a league rule for us. You got to have 7 reps, 6 on the field, 1 in a box.
1st and 15 at the 39-yard line. 4:45 to go. 4:45 to go here in the first half of play. They're going to have movement again. It looks like they practiced that, huh?
Yeah.
Now you'll take a free 5 yards. So, well, let's hope for good weather for your home finale. I wonder what kind of effect the inclement weather has had on this crowd tonight. Although, look, you do see some cars coming in. I do see 3 of them coming in right now. Clock is rolling, 4.5 to go in the first half. Got two receivers to the far side. Dropping back, looking this way. First man, he's tackled by a host of Cardinals, including 21. That's going to be Savant. Also Dawson. So they make the stop. It's going to be second down. Second down and 13. So that's a gain of about 7 yards. So 3:45 to go here in the first half of play. Are you surprised they're not in more of a hurry?
Yeah, I am, to be honest.
He's going to look over the middle again. That one falls incomplete. So third down.
Dangerous pass.
Yeah, they haven't stopped the clock. Seems to me the home team would stop the clock. You know.
Right, I'm not sure if it's a running clock.
There shouldn't be a running clock. Now, if they made an adjustment with the officials, I can understand that. Do they allow that where both teams agree to do something like that?
It's probably in the league rules, I would imagine.
If there's inclement weather, or?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Okay, well, the clock is running with 2:55. Again, 7-6 is the score. Quarterback is going to be taken down to the backfield for a loss. Now, if you're the Cardinals, you got timeouts left. I think I'd use mine right here. That's 5 on the tackle. 78 also. That's going to be Lee.
Call a timeout right here.
Mason Lee was one of them in on it. As we have a timeout on the field by the home team, it comes with 2:35 to go in the first half and a 7-6 ball game here on Action News 17. The Cardinals trying to make a stop here, get the ball back, and try to put some points on the board, trailing 7-6. I know you're a special teams guy, but what would you call up right here if you're coaching the defense?
Well, I'd definitely blitz if I was them. Oh, no blitz, dropping back in coverage. Got a guy fell down for them. It's a poor throw anyway.
Yeah, they must have some sort of agreement to keep the clock running because it's running right now.
It'll stop at 2 minutes.
Well, actually, they stopped it now. The Cardinals did not take timeout, so it's going to be 2:26 to go in the half. Again, 7-6 is a score. He's going to be punting with a nice wind behind him. I forgot how long the kick was last time. We were expecting a good one, but he did not get off a very good.
It was about 28 yards. The last one, he went off the side of his foot. So we're hoping for the same thing. It was also a pretty poor snap, so he kind of rushed it.
How'd you like to see Connolly take one back to the house right about now?
Oh, I would love it.
Obviously, he's the man who can do it. We've seen it happen a couple times, both as a returner and as a defensive back. There's a snap. Problem with the snap. All things considered, that's actually not too bad for the Crusaders there.
Pretty decent punt.
Well, especially considering letting it roll, because that's going to take us down to 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Actually, it's going to take us to the with 2 minutes and 1 second, so they're going to get one play off before the 2-minute warning. So.
No, they called a 2-minute warning, unfortunately.
Okay, so 7-6 is a score. But let's remind you, since 1999, Coretta's Grill has been committed to bringing you authentic, quality, fresh food at reasonable prices. Their goal is to make you feel like part of the family. Consider their kitchen your kitchen. 7-6 is the score. Cardinals trail in Action News 17. Bayou LaComb takes over first down and 10 from the 24-yard line. 2 minutes to go, trailing 7-6. There's a man coming on to the field late. One of the linemen there. There's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Williams. It gets up to about the 29-yard line. A gain of about 5 yards. They've got 2 timeouts, and they're going into a pretty stiff wind here. Luckily, the rain has held off. Three receivers to the far side, one to the near. Dropping back is Efferson. Throwing into the wind, that one falls incomplete. So now it's going to be third down, and you got to do something to move some sticks yourself, or you're giving the ball back to the other team with pretty good kicking into a pretty stiff wind.
I would have liked to see another running play on that. Got a penalty on us.
Let's see what it is. Holding is the call. Now the question is, do you decline it?
If I was them, I would decline.
Yeah, because you makes it third down. But they're going to take it, so that's going to mark off 10 yards against Bayou LaComb. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 15 instead of 3rd down and 5.
Well, I would run the ball here, no doubt, and try to get out of this place.
Well, then again, they can stop the clock twice. So I guess you can say if they're going to
that's fine.
Yeah, if the home team runs the ball, you stop the clock, and if they run it again, you stop the clock again. You have them punt with over a minute to go in the half. Epperson has 2 receivers to both sides. His handoff goes to Williams. Williams bounces off a 1 tackler. And more importantly, he gets some positive yardage, but more importantly, he also stays in bounds. So that's going to mean the Crusaders are going to either watch the clock tick down or they're going to have to spend one of their 2 timeouts now. 1:12 and the clock is running, and they're not doing it. I don't know why. Didn't they just waste a perfectly good opportunity?
They just called a timeout, it seems.
Yeah, and they let 12 seconds run off the clock there. So it is 7-6 with 1:05 to go in the first half on Action News 17. 3rd down and long here. 1:05 to go in the half. Bayou LaComb trying to either convert and hold on to it or at least milk some clock, as they're going to give it to Williams. He's taken down for no gain, so they're going to stop the clock again with 55 seconds. So it looks like Bayou LaComb will be kicking into this wind, and that's not something you want to see happen.
No, should try to keep it low and drive one under the wind. If it gets one up and high, it's going to be a disaster.
So Foster is the man who will be kicking. And let's see how far back the return man is going to be. I don't see anybody back deep. Of course, I also see like 20 men on the field. Wait, who just? They had already called timeout, didn't they? Because they had stopped the clock. Huh.
Yeah, but I guess they didn't. Maybe they didn't wave it off.
Okay, well, while they do that, let's just remind everybody real quick who all sponsors the Bayou LaComb Cardinals. That's going to be the Creole Tomato, Speedway Printing, LaComb Family Pharmacy, Family First Hospitality, John D. Stevens Law Firm, Chris Tees, Bernhardt Air Conditioning, Heating and Refrigeration, Fidelity Bank, Sterling Properties, Coretta Mexican Grill, Bayou LaComb Pharmacy, Silver Slipper Casino, Clico, Triple Nickel, Gators Travel Center, and North Shore Technical Community College all make this one possible. They all make the season possible for the Bayou LaComb Cardinals. So it's 4th and 15 is the situation at the 24-yard line.
We're kicking from about the Cardinals 10. Oh, no.
Oh, man. This might be a negative. Actually, it won't be, but this is definitely not. I guess those timeouts were well worth it. The punt went up. It may have been about a 5-yard punt kicking into that wind, and that's going to be the 2nd time that the special teams is burned, but not by anybody, not on their own fault, but by Mother Nature. So it's going to be great starting field position for the Crusaders with 44 seconds to go in the first half. They don't have a timeout, but they're going to be at the 11-yard line.
First down to 11, so they can still get a first. They have no timeouts left, so I expect some passes. We really need to get a sack here. That would be huge.
Yeah, that kind of takes the wind out of the sails for the home team. Like I said, that's just football, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's life.
That's just football. So let's see what happens here. They got split backs in the backfield. And let's see. He gets out of some trouble in the backfield, and he's going to gain some positive yards. He's not taken down until he gets down inside the 5-yard line. I thought they had him stopped. Beauty of it is the clock is still running, though, with 28 seconds to go. So do you clock it here, or what do you do?
You got to have 2 plays called, I'd imagine.
22 seconds. They're going to clock it. So that's going to stop the clock with 18 seconds. They're going to take 1 crack at the end zone. Obviously, you're not going to be able to run the ball because there's no way you can get the kicking team out. Well, if the Cardinals take a timeout, it comes with 18 seconds, and the score is 7-6 here on Action News 17. So 3rd down and goal from the 4. Actually, 3rd down and 3 from the 4-yard line. They can get a first down, but I can't imagine that would.
2nd down.
They clocked the ball.
No, we call it timeout.
Oh, they didn't clock them? Okay. It's a pass over the middle.
Ooh, try some Tim Tebow action.
Yeah. Well, they are from Florida.
Yeah, oof.
Okay, so they got the timeout before they clocked the ball. Okay, I was thinking, all right.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe we were hoping they didn't try something like that on the clock, you know. But 13 seconds left.
All right, so it's 3rd and 4. Again, no timeouts left, so they're going to have to throw the ball.
I imagine a pass play here, even though they're lining up in I formation.
All right, backs are in the eye. Looking over to the near side. One-on-one coverage, and it is caught for the touchdown. Comes with 7 seconds. They're not stopping the clock. Well, 6 seconds now. So that makes it 13-6. So do you see them lining up to go for 2, or would you be kicking here?
I'd be kicking here.
That's a tough one because you could go up by 2 scores.
Yeah, you can try to go up 9, but if you don't get it, then
You're still 1 score up, yeah.
yeah. But and you erase our error.
Yeah. So let's see what happens here. Looks like they're gonna be kicking it.
That was a great catch.
There's a snap. Hold, the kick is good. So that makes it 14-6 now as we approach halftime here on Action News 17. The Crusaders line up to kick off here with 6 seconds to go. Do you expect a squib here?
Yeah, or maybe try to kick it out the back of the end zone with the win. Our hope is something we can return. Maybe get a big play happen. We need a big play.
And just like what happened to the guys in white in the first quarter, the ball rolls off the tee. So he's going to set it, and they're going to have a guy hold it. Can't tell. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to have anybody hold it.
Hurry up and do it. I think after it falls twice, you have to get a hold of it.
And there's the kickoff. It's a high end-over-end kick.
Out of bounds. All right, great.
Goes out of bounds with 1 second, so the Cardinals have the option of getting the ball at the 40-yard line, or you could make them kick it again. What would you do?
Well, I mean, sure. Who knows? I'd take it out to 40. I think there's supposed to be 6 seconds on the clock, though. The clock don't start running until someone catches it, I believe.
They've started the clock after the ball has touched the foot every time so far.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
So I wonder if they're just going to decide to take a knee and go into the halftime trailing by 8, or do you have a guy who's got the arm to get it down?
No, 9 and 50-mile-per-hour winds. I would imagine a draw play or something easy. It looks like they're going to have them re-kick. So that tells you right there. And they reset the clock to 8 seconds.
Okay.
But just having them re-kick, that kind of tells you that we'd rather get one of these speedy return guys running it. Unfortunately, Panhandle gets the ball back, and that'll be our biggest defensive series of the year for sure.
Well, hey, hopefully the wind does you the favors that it did them. So they're teeing it to get up again from the 30-yard line. Kicking it off from the south end zone. Again, I can't see a single number on the opponents. They brought us a roster, but there goes a ball off the tee again. They brought us a roster, but it doesn't do you any good when you can't read the numbers.
Yeah. The numbers are super skinny, too, on the jersey, so that doesn't make it any.
Now, is this rare for a field to have the track around it, games you've played?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a, A-plus facility.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, do any other places you play, do they have tracks around the field, or are the fans up closer?
I think Panhandle's field does.
So that's going to roll out of the end zone for the touchback. So Bayou LaComb will take over with 7 seconds. They will probably just take a knee.
I'll take a knee, hand the ball off out of shotgun so we don't fumble taking a knee. You never know. They might be a little weary. going into the eye.
Either way, it is 14-6 as they huddle up here on the near sideline. Excuse me. Last week we saw the Mandy Milkshakers at halftime. Looks like we have a dance troupe. We don't know who they are. We hope to find out and give them credit when we start the second half. Touchbacks are now at the 25, not the 20. I forgot about that. So it's 1st and 75. No timeouts for the visitors, one for the home team, but I can't see either one of them actually trying to use one. So let's see what happens here.
We're going to take a knee.
Gives them a chance to head to the locker room and regroup. That's exactly what happens. Epperson takes a snap, takes a knee, and they finally start the clock. So that's the way the first 30 minutes ends, with the visitors up by a score of 14-6. You're watching the Bayou LaComb Cardinals on Action News 17. So the Cardinals trail 14-6. What do you think halftime was like in the locker room? Well, actually, they don't go into a locker room, do they?
No, if it was raining, we'd have access to the locker rooms. I'm sure all the position coaches just talk to their guys and just tell them, look, we know what we need to do. We got to execute better, and hopefully we can get it done. No need to panic. We're down 8. We got to play good defense and score.
Well, they have a holder on a kickoff. There's Foster's kickoff. Into the wind, it bounces at about the 26-yard line, taken by one of the deep men. He gets out of some trouble up to about the 38-yard line, so that's where the visitors will take over. First down to 10 at the 39. Again, 14-6 is the score. We played 9 seconds. I was speaking to the officials on the field at halftime. There are no inclement weather rules. As normal, if there's a lightning strike, you got to wait 30 minutes. If it strikes within that 30 minutes, well, you got to wait another 30. Speaking to a friend of ours over in the Holden area, it is raining over there. There's no lightning over there yet.
We got a 50% chance pretty much the rest of the night over here, so cross our fingers.
Now, you were telling us something off camera about a game being played over in Texas right about now?
Oh, yeah, there's a team, the Texas Extreme. They're up 76-0 right now with 12 minutes left in the game. So
I'm Tommy Hazelwood. Coach, you are who?
I'm John Freitas, special teams coach at Bayou LaComb Cardinals.
Malcolm Wagner is a camera operator as the first pass falls incomplete. And Janet Foster is our spotter. She got some footage on the field for us pregame. So we are the broadcast crew. We're so glad to have you along here as the Bayou LaComb Cardinals look to go 5-0 on the season. They look to go 3-0 here at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
One more home game against the Walker Warriors.
That is correct.
And you would think at 4-0, you're sitting pretty for a playoff spot. How many teams make the playoffs in this league?
Well, it'll be all 6 teams, I believe, or maybe just the top 4. But I believe right now we're in a good spot to make the playoffs.
Looks like Dawson was the first man to make some contact there on the tackle. That's going to be a gain of about 4, though, maybe 3. So it's be 3rd down. So let's hope the Cardinals can make a stop here. Hold them here. That's what you need after trailing 14-6. We played 1 minute here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we're trying to get that first seed. That's super important. More in minor league football than any, because traveling sometimes is a problem.
Now, does the visiting team get any kind of travel consideration in the playoffs? That was my question. Got some pressure in the backfield. He gets away from one man. I thought he had him wrapped up. He's going to look downfield, and it is almost intercepted. That's a situation like that where he made some chicken salad out of chicken feathers there, didn't he? Could have been taken down for a big loss.
Yeah, and he's been real mobile all night, which has been good for them.
So that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, no travel considerations really. When you sign up to play in the league, if you're gonna have to, if you're the lower seed, you're gonna have to travel in the playoffs. That's gonna have to happen.
4th down, and they will be punting as Connolly stands back inside his own 10-yard line. That's kind of odd. You don't see him with his heels on the 10. But he's got the green light on everything, am I right?
No, he's got the green light. Hopefully he kicks a low liner to him, but the wind is going in his back. Good snap this time for him. So he puts that up, and that ball is staying up there forever. He's got
and this is going to be dangerous. And
oh
man.
Oh, good Lord. Wow.
That's first down and 98. The clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the third quarter. Let's remind you that the Cardinals entrust all of our banking to Fidelity Bank. At Fidelity, we are treated like family when we walk in the door. Fidelity prides themselves on customer service and going that extra mile for their clients. No wonder their motto is here for good. First down and 10 from the 2-yard line. That's you like the 3 and out for the opponents, but you were hoping to get a little better field position there.
What a punt, huh? What, 70?
Yeah.
70 yards or something like that. You got to catch that, fair catch it if you're the return guy. Letting it bounce like that is no good.
Well, the special teams for the opponents have gotten all the breaks tonight.
For sure. Special teams is a forgotten component of minor league football, and you got 2 of the best to do it out here tonight. Well,
it's 1 out of every 6 plays is what they say special teams averages.
Right. Their special teams has really been great tonight.
So the Cardinals have it first down and 10 from their own 2. Efferson is in the backfield. He's joined there by Williams. 3 receivers to the far side, though.
Oh.
If that's half the distance, that ain't going to be much.
Nope. And
false start.
I would imagine that we tried to get them to jump off sides to give us a little breathing room there, but backfired on us.
So, yeah, about a half a yard.
Yeah, luckily only about a foot and a half. So
we'll see what happens here. Do you come out in that same formation? That's the question.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, you can't imagine that changes your play calling a whole heck of a lot.
Again, we do run under center, but we already have 1 fumble tonight, so I would imagine a running play here.
Trips to the far side. Efferson's going to keep it himself. He found a hole. He gets up out past the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and he slipped that guy. He might still be running.
You got a lot of play call there.
All right, I like it.
And now this makes it. Now, is this kind of down you'd like to gamble on a little and still try? Well, running on 3rd and 5, I don't know, but.
I don't think I like gambling at all down here. At second down, I try to run the ball.
What is the official running out of the back of the end zone for? He took his cap off. I've never seen this happen before. Have you?
Yeah, I think he was backpedaling. He almost lost his hat.
Yeah, I tell you what. I was down on the field at halftime, and that wind is kicking up.
Yeah, and it's all over the place now.
Second down and 5. There's a handoff to Williams. He makes a man miss in the backfield. He's got the first down.
Awesome. Great run, great blocking.
I would say the crowd is comparable to what we saw last week, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me.
It looks somewhere around 130, 150 people.
This is the second week in a row, though, the visiting stands are empty. And, of course, both of the teams have come over from the Pensacola area. You don't see too many people traveling 3 hours. But what do you guys travel? How about your fans? How well do they travel?
Great. We went to Mobile. We had more fans in the stands than the home team. Our next away game, unfortunately, is 7 hours away. So, we would love for our fans to come with us there. But if they can't, we understand that one. That's all dayer.
Well, Coach Smith from the Crusaders said he mentioned something about how well you guys travel.
Yeah, I think we take pride. People are buying into the system, and you sign up to play, you're all in.
Williams carry, he is taken down for a loss of about a yard, so it's second down and 11. They had a first down and 11 a few moments ago. So second 11 now. I need to remind you that Bayou LaComb Pharmacy is owned by LaComb residents Angela and Jason Johnson. They accept all insurance plans and provide convenient, fast, and friendly service. They take pride in serving the LaComb community. Go in and let them help you with all of your medication needs. Your health is our purpose. They're going to trips again, this time to the near side. Actually, yep, the trips to the near side. And there's your guy with the dregs on the other side.
Got Lawrence Robinson in the backfield.
This looks like a design quarterback draw.
Bottled up this time.
Jefferson's keeper is for a minimal gain. Actually, he is taken down for another half-yard loss, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. It's a situation where you're going to have to throw the ball most likely. As we have played 5 minutes in the 3rd quarter, it is still 14-6.
For sure, you want to try your best to pick this 1st down up.
Oh yeah.
Remember the last time we punted from down here and William and farther back in territory than that.
Yeah. That was part of the problem there.
I like to run some receiver sweep or something like that here. Try to get around the outside. It seems like we have the numbers there.
And we'll see what they have in the old playbook here. 3 receivers. Jefferson looking this way.
And out.
He gets it to his. Gets it to. Looks like is that Lant? That's going to be
Foy.
Justin Foy. Yep.
Yep, number 3. Good route, but not enough. That's kind of like a pick play. You're running your receivers, crisscrossing them, and hope that guy can sneak under, catch it, and get upfield. Well, here we go.
This is this has been ostensibly the difference in the ball game so far.
Yes, hoping he gets a good snap and a good low line drive kick.
The snap was high, and it's blocked, and it is taken down inside the 1. He may have even gotten there.
I think I'm not sure it was blocked or it was.
Or just blown off his foot.
It looked like he missed it, to be honest.
Well, either way, it's a big play going the other way. It's going to be 1st down and goal inside the 1-yard line.
The snaps have all been high tonight. Not sure if it's nerves or what from John Parfait. Just the sheer fact that Lance caught that ball is amazing to me. But
well, that's going to make it 1st down and goal inside the 1. I know a lot of people say at the 1-foot line, but there is no 1-foot line.
No, we need a miracle here.
Yeah, turnover be great right about now.
We need to blow that center up. We got two of the best DTs in the league right now, about to try to knock them. All right, pitch, ball's on the ground.
It could have been what the doctor ordered. It's a loss, taken down back for about a 3.5-yard loss, back to the 4-yard line. So it's 2nd down and goal, but you saw good things happening there.
Yeah, half the miracle I wanted. We had a fumble. We just had someone blazing through the line there. You never know what could have happened. But we did get a loss. That's good. Our defense is not going to give up. They're not going to give up points easily.
The clock is running now, 8:10. Yeah, this is where the defense has got to come up. They got to stiffen here. At least hold them to a field goal.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to jump ball here. Oh, they're going to run that pitch again.
Same play, and it is
stopped by Lawrence Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson was on the tackle there. So that's 3rd down and goal now.
3rd and goal.
So how much of a moral victory would it be if you hold them here?
Man, it would be amazing if we could hold them to a field goal here. I think it's almost a must.
7:30 and the clock is running here in the 3rd quarter of play. 14-6 is the score.
Timeout, Crusaders. It's a big play in the game, so it's probably smart for them to use a timeout here and get everything.
Can't take them with you, can you?
No.
8-point lead with 7.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. You're watching the Bayou LaComb Cardinals on Action News 17. So after the timeout, everybody's back on the field before they snap the ball. Let's remind you, though, that Creole Tomato makes this one possible, along with Speedway Printing and LaComb Family Pharmacy, as it is 3rd down and goal from inside the 4-yard line.
Right.
3 backs in the backfield. Handoff goes and met
stuff.
right away.
Great.
Let's see, who was in on the tackle
Number
there?
20, what? Daniel Schaefer.
Okay, the 20 is Drew Sheffield, actually.
Drew Sheffield, I'm sorry.
And number 5, that was Booker Roberts.
I got some steak tacos from the Creole Tomato food truck down there during halftime, and they were amazing.
Oh, you didn't bring anybody up for the rest of us, huh? No, just playing. Let's remember Family First Hospitality, John D. Stevens Law Firm, LLC, and Chris Tees have all contributed to the Bayou LaComb Cardinals. 6:51, and the whistles blow to stop the clock. I'm not sure.
And this, even though it looks like a chip shot field goal,
Nothing is guaranteed tonight.
especially with this wind, you never know. He's a left or right kicker. This wind will give him a little trouble.
Well, again, the wind is pushing to the east. He's kicking from the near hash mark.
Right. Let's see.
Again, this press box is on the other side of the field from what you normally see. Normally the press box is on the west side of the field, so the near hash mark is reversed. There's a snap. Kick is up. And it is no good. So talk about dodging a bullet.
Right.
First of all, do you not only not give up any points, but a missed field goal inside the 20 brings the ball out to where? Is it still?
It's to where he kicked the ball at.
Okay, I thought they brought it out to the 20-yard line.
Not sure if that's the rule or not, to be honest.
Well, we'll find out in a minute here. But as they discuss where it's going to be, let's remind you that Bernhardt's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration, Fidelity Bank, and Sterling Properties are all sponsors of the Bayou LaComb Cardinals. Again, this is the 4th home game. Right now they are 2-0 at home, or 3-0 at home, excuse me, looking to go 4-0, trying to stay atop of the division. And who's on the other? Who is in the other division?
The Redstone Raiders. During halftime, I checked their game out. They were up 26-0 on the Mobile 49ers. They're undefeated in the other division. I'm sorry, in the same division as us. Panhandle Crusaders is actually in the other division in the league. So.
And what are the divisions? I mean, are they done geographically, or is it done luck of the draw?
No clue. There's 3 teams in each. I can tell you that. There were 4 teams in each.
So one fold on both sides, huh?
Right.
Yeah, that would be a huge disadvantage to have 2 of them fold. Yeah, they are bringing the ball out. Yeah, a missed kick inside of the 20-yard line. It doesn't matter where you kick it from. It goes to the 20-yard line. So that's where the Cardinals will take over, trailing 14-6 with 6:25 to go in the contest. And enough, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually covering my microphone here because you can hear the wind starting to blow, but don't. At least you could a minute ago.
It's super windy.
Got trips to the near side. They've shown this several times, but I don't recall them throwing out of this formation. Actually, they're throwing to the other side. Pass is complete. Enough for a first down up to the 34-yard line.
That's Archie Ambo, number 17.
Not the first time we called his name tonight. He reels one in, so that moves the chains. Boy, I got to tell you, it was looking pretty bleak about 2 minutes of game time a few minutes ago. 2 minutes of game time.
Yeah, I tell you what, I feel a lot better right now. Archie was a big receiver for us the past couple of years. He started off a little slow this season. He had a couple of injuries. He had an ingrown toenail, which, as you can imagine, is hard for a receiver to run on that. So he's recovering, and he's looking great tonight.
Same formation, 3 to the near, 1 to the far. Efferson and Williams in the backfield. Throwing back that way again. Same play, even better results. They cross midfield down to the 47-yard line. The Cardinals have something now.
That's great, because I also want to say he's been one of our best players on special teams as well, tackling-wise. Even though he gets out there, he's a starter on offense. He'll play whatever you want him to play. And he's been great on special teams.
All right, well, back-to-back plays to him. And now, using the boxing analogy, can you see the rope-a-dope thing here?
Maybe so. They're flipping them. They're putting them on the other side of the field now, so maybe see what this corner's got.
And I've noticed one thing. They put the trips on the short side of the field.
Right.
As that was actually the pistol formation. Now as Efferson looks this way to him again, 3 in a row. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
And now since the ball is going to be on this hash, his helmet comes off, so he's going to have to leave the field for a play. That may be the only way to stop this one right now.
Maybe put his helmet on.
If his helmet was not forced off by a face mask, he has to leave the play. He has to leave for play, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's going to have to come off the field.
The officials have not stopped the clock, so
he's coming off.
Okay, yeah.
So
who replaced him as Efferson comes in with a play call? Do you see who?
Justin Foyt's running in right now to replace him.
Okay, yeah, that's number 3. You've called his name a few times too. He's a different kind of a receiver. He's more of a possession type receiver. You just said.
Right. He's listed as a tight end.
That's a big guy.
We don't run a lot of sets with tight ends.
Well, considering he's 6'4", 220, yeah. He's listed as a wide receiver, but he's got the body of a tight end. And again, the near hash mark is where you have the short side of the field is where you have the trips. Efferson looking over the middle, and it is knocked away. He was intended for Foy.
Yeah, he's got to make that catch. I can tell you, I wouldn't be surprised that it comes right back to this. or some kind of play with the running back coming out the backfield because he was wide open.
Well, Ambo is eligible to come back in. You just have to sit out for one play, but they have him walking along the sidelines here.
They're giving him a breather. I mean, he caught 3 in a row. I mean, that's
got hit 3 times in a row too.
Right, and the last one knocked his helmet off. So maybe just giving him a second. I mean, that's the most important thing for us is everybody's health.
See what difference that one pitch down on the other end made there.
Let's see.
Again, trips, hand off to Williams.
That's a good call.
And he's going to get, let's see, down to the 35-yard line.
About 2.5.
So 3rd down and 7. I know it's really early to be talking about this, but can you see 4 down territories here?
Possibly so. I mean, punting in this doesn't really make much sense.
Ambo comes back in. 3:05. Yeah, punting right now because of what we saw in the second and third quarter. Yeah, you probably don't want to right now. And let's see what they do here. They've made a living with this formation on this drive here. Did I hear a whistle to stop the play?
Get up.
I guess it wasn't.
Nope. Wasn't a
It
whistle.
looked like there was some movement. I think some players thought the same thing, but it looks like Kendall Maxey, he reels in the pass, and that's enough for a first down.
There's a flag on the ground. For
Yeah,
sure.
it had to be offsides against the defense. I thought I heard a whistle though, and I think that's what Coach Smith is saying on the far side. I think he heard one too. And what are we gonna have? Well, one head coach ain't gonna be happy. I don't know if it's gonna be the one on this side or one on the far. As we await the official word. Offsides defense, you decline it. All right, the drive continues. Oh, it's only a 5-yard penalty, but didn't he make the reception?
Yeah. Maybe they blew they're saying the play didn't
Inadvertent
count 'cause
whistle?
that whistle we heard.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
So it'd be 2nd down. Or was it?
I think it's 3rd down.
All right, okay, it'd be 3rd.
Yeah, because you had the incompletion to Foy, then you had the Williams run, so now you knock off 5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, the box marker's not in the right spot.
No, it's not. Yeah, they need to move. The dial-it-down is not. Yeah, they need to set that. Clock is stopped at 2:42 while they do that. Why is he not moving? I mean, he's clearly 4 yards behind where the ball is set for play. How do they choose the people running the sticks?
It was just volunteers. I think these are a couple of high school kids from the school.
This one shouldn't be too hard to figure out.
So they moved the sticks.
Yeah, well, they must have moved the sticks whenever they thought they had the first down, because everybody thought he had the first down.
So they moved what they did is they moved the 10-yard stick.
Yeah. So it's still going to be 3rd down. Yeah, it can't be 1st and 2. It'll be 3rd and 2.
No, it can be 3rd and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the ball. He's got the dial-it-down stuck at 1. As we wait for him to change that to make it 3rd down. There we go.
Here we go.
All right, after all that, we are ready for play.
I would expect a run up the middle. Maybe.
They have not started the clock yet. Efferson over the middle, and it is tipped and almost intercepted. Foy had a chance at it too. It hits the turf, so that's 4th down. We'd mentioned 4-down territory. Obviously, you're not kicking into this wind, neither field goal nor punt.
No, I don't really love that, to be honest. I would have ran it there.
Yeah, because you got 4th down. Well, two schools of thought. You have 4th down to throw it, or you have 4th down to run it. You do one or the other.
I may have run it twice, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the situation here is. 2:35 and the clock is stopped. Big play here as the Cardinals try to maintain some momentum here. Clock is now running with 2:28. That's Foy in motion. 3 to this side as we're looking for Ambo. Ambo's on the far side. They're going to look back to him. Efferson is taken down for a loss. The ball is on the ground. Either way, it's going to be the Crusaders as the sack stops it. Well, its clock is still running. He looked like he was going to Ambo. Then he decided he wanted to keep himself.
Yeah, don't love that play call.
Well, the turnover gives the ball back to the Crusaders with 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the third quarter of play. And we need to remind you that Fidelity Bank, Sterling Properties, Coretta's Mexican Grill, Bayou LaComb Pharmacy, Silver Slipper Casino, Clico, the Triple Nickel Grill, Gators Travel Center, and North Shore Technical Community College have all made this one possible. So big thanks to all of them. And this is where the defense needs to stiffen, get the ball back with the wind in the fourth quarter.
Feel some raindrops starting. Quarterback
As a
sneak.
quarterback sneak, yeah, there's nobody at home on that one. Several different players in on that, including Abraham Dawson. You're not going to have a whole lot of stuff up the middle without calling Abraham Dawson, are you?
Oh, right. He's definitely a stopper there.
I think Lawrence Robinson may have been in on that one too. That's a second. That's a 4-yard run, a 6-yard run on quarterback sneak. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Again, 14-6 is a score. They have twin receivers to the far side, backs in the eye. And the dying breed is the quarterback is under center. There's a pitch to the far side. He's got some running room, and he crosses the 40 for the first down.
Going to be close, depending on what spot they gave him.
Okay, yeah, he needs to get to the 42. So, yeah, let's see. They have not stopped the clock. They haven't signaled to move the chains, and they just did. No, they didn't.
Yeah, it's first down.
Yeah, they haven't. Okay. They haven't signaled to stop the clock, and they haven't called for a measurement. We have 30 seconds. It's third down and 1, or inside of 1. So third and short here. They could let the. No, I guess they can't let the quarter run out. Okay. I'm not. Any idea what's going on here?
Well, it looked like one ref called the first down.
Well, they're going to stop the clock with 14 seconds. Ultimately, it's a guy in a white hat. It's his call. He decides if it was where the ball should be spotted, I guess, huh? Or whether or not it's a first down. They should have called for a measurement before they did that.
Right.
You know that community involvement is a big deal at Sterling Properties, and it's important, an important part of their everyday company culture. We live where we work. They believe that it is our social responsibility to give back to the communities that support us so greatly across the Gulf South region. A stronger community benefits all of us. And after all that, it is a first down. They have 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. I don't understand why the clock would be stopped now.
They're running it now. They're going to let it go to the fourth quarter.
Okay. So we got 45 minutes in the books. It is 14-6, the Crusaders over the Bayou LaComb Cardinals on Action News 17. So we start the final quarter of play. Still no rain. I'm not complaining there. I don't know about you, but
yeah, I'm happy about that.
It's first down and 10 for the visitors at their own 42-yard line, up by a score of 14-6. Every point has come because of wind-aided special teams, as going deep and intercepted.
Yes, that's Conley.
Yeah, why do you throw to him? Why do you throw on him?
Oh, man, I don't know. He got beat once today, but you ain't going to beat him twice. That's a big play.
Yes, and that's the whole thing. You expect your leaders to come up with the plays at the right moment, and that's exactly what happened. And now the beauty of it is you get the ball back, and speaking of back, the wind is behind you now.
Yeah, so we got the win in the fourth quarter of the game, which is great, exactly what we wanted. And we got to capitalize. You know, we got receivers that are getting open. We got to hit them and be smart here for sure.
So far this evening, looks like 17 has been Ambo has been the favored receiver of Mr. Efferson.
All right, he'll be
And
alone by himself out on the left side.
Yeah. Now this is different. They're going to have the trips this they have the lone man on the short side of the field now. They had been going to the putting the trips on the short side of the field. Efferson with a handoff to Williams. Williams gets 4. So that's 2nd down and 6. First play of the first. Yeah, second play of the fourth quarter. And now the wind is really kicking up. I mean, noticeably. I'm looking at the wind of the south end zone right there, man. And it's the one thing you can't do is practice for weather, can you?
No, you can't.
You can practice for a wet ball, but you can't practice for the wind.
Yeah, that's for sure, unless you got some state-of-the-art indoor facility.
Yeah. And we give all the credit in the world to North Shore's facilities. They ain't got that.
All right.
Now, what are they going to call there? He obviously made contact, but was he drawn?
No, they called it on them.
All right, so the encroachment will make it an automatic first down now. Not an automatic first down, but it makes it a first down.
It's going to be close. Yeah, it's going to be second and about 6 inches.
Let's see. Yep. Okay. Now, with the wind, would you go deep? Knowing you have 3rd down and 1 to get it.
I would think so. I would try to get some kind of mix up in this trips here. Maybe run a pump and go, pump the outside receiver, come back the other way. Oh.
Efferson, he can keep it himself, but he's looking downfield. He's got a man open, and it is caught.
Why did he blow the whistle?
That was Salvant.
Good catch. We had a referee blow a whistle. It's NFL rules. You got to be touched to be down.
Yeah, he just an inadvertent. Well, not an inadvertent whistle. It's just the officials, obviously, are high school officials first. Okay, the dial-it-down guy has it at 2nd, so he's going to make it first down. Excuse me.
First down.
At the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and these guys are doing their best out there.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to be on top of every play, make sure nobody is getting hurt. So, you know.
Well, you would have to think how tough it is to turn that switch off.
Oh, for sure.
In the fall, obviously, he's down. In the spring, he's not. Trips to the near side, looking to the other side to Ambo. Oh, man. Ambo's hit pretty hard, but he gets up. So 2nd down and 10.
Well, we had him there again. Same thing. We capitalized on 3 times. Just couldn't get it in.
You know, I'm surprised there's not any help over there to him. I mean, they've keyed on Ambo. Offensively, they keyed on him. I don't know why defensively they haven't.
Not sure. They have faith in their corners, you know.
Well, like I said, speaking to Coach Smith before the game, he said he has 9 D1 players. Is that rare for this level?
Probably so. I mean, D1, I mean, you know, there's a lot of,
face mask, obvious. Yeah.
Good.
Now, Williams played at the Southland Conference School. They have another flag. We may have an unsportsmanlike conduct, so that may be 30 yards. You know, I've seen enough Southland Conference games where that may not have been called. Personal foul. Now, look, the official standing at the 40 also threw a flag.
Yeah. He's the one who's got to see that in the first place, so.
Okay, apparently they're just having the 1 penalty. I don't know why he threw his flag, too.
He just wanted to get in on the mix.
I guess.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, all the cool kids are doing it. 12:20 and the clock is running now. 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Stop me if you've heard this before, but trips to the near side. Ambo over by himself on the far. Efferson drops back. He's in some trouble in the backfield. He throws over it, and his pass is complete. That's going to be to number 11. That's going to be to Kendall Maxey. So that's going to be about 3.5. So third down, and we'll call it a long 6. Well, the press box give him 4, so who am I to argue, right? So second down and 6 with 11:35 to go in the contest. Cardinals looking to cut into this 14-6 lead. Now, you being a part of the coaching staff, if they put it in the end zone here, do you go for 2 or do you kick?
100%.
Yeah, I'd say I couldn't see any reason why not, but.
You know.
Everson to Williams. Williams gets down to about the 30, so it's going to be third down and 5 now. 11:08 to go in the contest. Again, this is the second to last opportunity to see the Cardinals play here at Titan Stadium. One more opportunity when they play the Walker Warriors, and that's going to be the weekend after Easter, or is that going to be the following? Is it?
The following weekend.
Okay, so that's going to be May 4th.
Correct.
Star Wars Day, May the 4th.
Yes.
Trips to the near side. And that's not Ambo over there, is it?
No, he's on the side.
Yeah. Epperson pumps, looking deep. He's got single coverage, but it is overthrown. Yeah. I think that was a little wind behind it.
Yeah, he threw it a little late, too, so.
Okay, so it's fourth down.
They're going to go for it.
Here, your mic's a little far away from you there.
So, yeah, they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, I don't think you have much of a choice. You're going to run out of opportunities. I like the play call, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Like maybe having someone drag across the middle at the same time as that from the other side. And, you know, you can fool the safety. You can get them back in the back left corner end zone.
Ambo is back in as we approach the 10-minute mark. 10:05 exactly. 14-6 is the score.
But, yeah, if you didn't know how strong the wind was blowing, you see the ball went 10 yards out the back of the end zone. He wasn't trying to throw it like that.
No. 2 receivers to both sides. Epperson has, man, he was looking for Williams out of the backfield. He was hit hard. He dropped it, and that's going to give the ball back to the Crusaders with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, even if he holds on to that, he's probably short of his first down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close. Try to get him there, a little pump and go. You know, I think it was a good play call, just good tackle. What can you do?
It's where the defense needs to come up strong again. You got to realize it was 7-6 at halftime. It was 14-6 at halftime, wasn't it?
They scored right before half.
Yeah. On how long was the drive after the punt that was?
Oh, it was a 6-inch drive.
Yeah.
They made it a little harder by losing yards in the first 3 downs.
Oh no, that was on a missed field goal.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Oh no, that one. Yeah, that was like a 30-yard field.
I think it was about 20.
20.
As a handoff to the first man, he's got the first down and more. He gets away from a couple of tacklers, and he's all the way up to the 48-yard line. Not 47.
About a 26-yard run or something like that, close. I mean, whew. He had a hole.
And the wind is picking up. We have 9 minutes to play. And they were saying rain was possible starting at 8 o'clock. Luckily, we haven't seen it yet. But this is a kind of offense that's built for for ball control. As met in the backfield right away. And do I even need to say a name, or can you see who that is?
That's
yeah,
Dedrick Parsons, number 9.
That's a name you're used to calling. He's a Salmon alum.
Yeah, he's
6 foot, 280 pounds, 28 years old.
He's a great D lineman. I know he's been under the weather this week, but he's still out here playing.
That's a big 3-yard loss. Now, he's from Slidell. Speaking of that, the halftime entertainment was the Diamond Divas of Slidell. And the gentleman who flipped the coin was also from Slidell. As there's a pass to the far side. And that's going to be a gain of about 8 yards. So that's going to be 3rd and about 7.
Big play here.
Yeah.
7 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. You know how many more times you're going to get the ball. Cardinals offense.
Yeah, if you give them a first down here, that's 3 minutes right there.
Right, and, down 8 points.
Yeah, you want to give yourself the chance to have 2 possessions if you need them. Okay, it's at the 49-yard line. So 3rd and about 7 here. As there's a pitch to the only man in the backfield. He's taken down for a big loss. I love the play call.
Awesome. Great job. Got a good jump on the ball. Made it good penetration. Of course, if you run a sweep play, that's a nightmare. The guy is in his face before he even catches the pitch.
A loss of about 5, so it's 4th down, punting into the wind. And Janet Foster, our spotter, says that she has spotted some lightning. Now, it's to the north of us. Of course, she just hits me in the stomach for that one, too. The big target. So
yeah, I get hit with a raindrop every 45 seconds. So,
well, with the lightning to the north of us, it's not. Most of the officials are looking east and west. So it's 4th down, and again, punting into a pretty stiff wind. Hopefully, Mother Nature decides to help us out. Oh yeah, okay, it's starting to rain now. There's the punt.
Getting stuck in the
The
air
wind catches it.
little.
You're calling your Peter there, huh?
Yeah, and, that amounts to about a 21-yard punt.
And now the umbrellas are starting to come up. And unfortunately, people are heading to the exits because it has started to rain with 6:07 to go in the contest. You're watching Bayou LaComb football on Action News 17. So we're seeing the umbrellas pop up and people head to the exits. Let's hope they miss out on one heck of a ball game, one heck of an ending here, as the Bayou LaComb Cardinals trail 14-6 with 6:07 to go. Efferson, and it is tipped, almost intercepted. Looked like he was looking for number 11, Maxey there. So dodging a bullet on that one.
Great play by the DN. Getting his hands up. When you play DN, you're always coached. If you can't get to the quarterback, find him, put your hands up into his throwing lane. He did a great job doing that there.
Well, that little drizzle seemed to have stopped.
Yeah, it came and it went. Like you said, we look like we have a little weather coming. Hopefully it just moves past us. That'd be great.
Now, of course, the NFL rules, they do start the clock when they set the ball ready for play outside of the 5-minute mark.
Right.
So incompletions after this play may actually result in the clock will not run. As Efferson, we just saw lightning. Efferson's pass is complete for a 1st down.
Great
all
job.
the way up.
Great
Oh, we're going to have a
effort.
flag too. I just saw lightning on the other side of the field, so we may have a little bit of a delay.
It's 40 miles per hour.
Well, it's going to be a 1st down, but it's going to be a dead ball foul.
On who, though? I mean,
I don't know what it's going to be on.
Yeah, they are going to move the sticks. That's obvious. Personal foul against the defense. So that's going to bring it into Crusader territory.
Well, that's a lucky break for us. Big play followed by, 15-yard penalty. Puts us in a good situation here. We must capitalize. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, you're running out of opportunities. And the important thing, if you can, save your timeouts.
Right, because you might need them. If we don't get the 2-point, if we score and don't get the 2-point conversion, then, then we're in that situation where we need 3 timeouts.
Okay, so the whistle just blew to start the clock. We are at 5:08. So, yeah, any incompletion after this, the clock does not start until the ball is snapped. As Efferson looks this way again, and it is complete. That's going to be enough for a 1st down again. That's going to be Ladner. Cardinals have something going here, trailing by 8 points, 4:48, and the clock is stopped now because he got out of bounds. Again, lightning to the north. I wonder if the officials are seeing this and just letting it slide until you hear the thunder.
Maybe so.
Because they realize what a 30-minute delay would do.
Oh, man. It would, who knows? Who knows how the teams would come back out from that.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but if I get a 30-minute delay in my golf game, I either come back out like Tiger Woods or come back out like myself. So
There's absolutely no challenge to golf. Par's 32. I can get that on the first hole.
yeah.
We got 3 receivers to this side. I was speaking to the officials at halftime, and they are not just local. They are from all over. They're assigned from different locations as the pass is tipped, and Ambo comes down with
Good
it.
job. What a catch. What great concentration. You know, that was a good play by the DB. Better play by the receiver.
Better play by Ambo, yes. I don't want to take any play. I don't want to take anything away from anybody else, but this has been his. This ever since the missed field goal, Ambo has been the standout
So
here.
I can tell you, I know what I'd run here.
What's that?
I'd run a post corner to Ambo out by himself. Let him cut it in, cut it back out to the back pylon. There's no way he's going to be able to get safety help there in time.
I was going to say, you notice they haven't had any safety help.
There's no safety help over there. So if you go that in and out, that in and up that route, maybe in a post and then right up the seam, I think it's a good way to bait.
It's single coverage, but they're going the other way. Oh, and Epperson's taken down for a loss. Man, 325, and that sack is big now.
All right, I'd rather him just throwing it out the back of the end zone there.
Yeah.
But, you know, a sack is definitely better than the pick. So.
Yeah, an incompletion would have been better all the way around, but
Right.
But the thing is, he wasn't even looking Ambo's way. He was looking to the 3 receivers. Now that's
No, and they had some pressure on the outside too. So you know, his first read wasn't there, and he didn't have a chance to look for a second.
3 minutes exactly.
I again like something like that that slant and go or something like that, slant to the corner.
There's the trips. He's looking for him again. One-on-one coverage
Like I
over
was
the back
saying,
shoulder, though.
Can't find the ball.
Yeah. So that's 3rd down now. It's obvious we're going to get some rain. Obvious. Hopefully we can get this in first. Well, hopefully we can get it in the end zone in the 2-point conversion. So it's 3rd down. 3rd down and about 17. 2:32. I guess the NFL rules aren't that under 5 minutes the incompletion because the clock is running.
Big play here. He had him last play. He just had to find the ball.
Epperson got time, looking deep. Got a man down there. Oh, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Ladner again. So it's 4th down with 2:05 to go. Now, they do have 3 timeouts left. Do you take one now? Or do you hold them in case you turn the ball over on downs?
Yeah, they might take one here.
Because you do have the 2-minute warning, but
so he's going to call a play because we're definitely going to, we're going to need those 3 timeouts.
yeah. Unless you put it in right here, yeah.
Yeah, but big play. Obviously, maybe the last time offense touches the ball. So,
Yeah.
we can get a first down on the, looks like the 2-yard line, but I think this one will be thrown somewhere in the end zone.
I got to tell you, it looks like the Lightning is going further away.
That's good.
Yeah.
Looks like they're bringing 4 rushers.
Looks like he's looking to Ambo on the far side. It is going to be a tie goes to the receiver, but it's not enough for the first down. So they're going to say that Ambo made the catch, but it was not enough for first down, so it's going to turn the ball over on downs at the 2-minute warning. 1:54 to go. The Crusaders will take over when we get back on Action News 17. So during the timeout for the 2-minute warning, the Cardinals also took a timeout. So they've got 2 left. Real quick, let's remind you that since 1999, Coretta's Grill has been committed to bringing you authentic quality food, quality fresh food at reasonable prices. Their goal is to make you feel like part of our family. Consider their kitchen your kitchen. That's Coretta's Grill. 1:54 to go in the contest. Cardinals got to make a stop, and they've got to use their timeouts wisely here. 14-6 is still the score as there's a handoff to the first man through. He's taken down for a short gain. So there's a quick timeout. It comes with 1:48 to go. They've let 2 seconds run off the clock. Now there's 1:46. So 2nd down. What do you think? They give him about a 1.5 yards?
About that.
So let's see what happens here. Well, we were hoping that the undefeated streak would continue. You know, undefeated on games that we've done. Something good has got to happen real quick for that. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Again, the Walker Warriors will come in on May 4th. That will be the final home game for the Bayou LaComb Cardinals. Don't know much about the opponents that night, but a win against a non-league foe is still a win, right? Division games obviously are weighted heavier than the others, you would think, or obviously league games, but just your record is your record, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we want to get that win, and especially for a team that's not too far away from us.
Well, okay, the situation like that, okay, in college football, whoever has the best conference record, they obviously, the conference record is what matters in college. And is it the same at this level as the handoff goes to the first man through, as there's a timeout with 140? Is it the same thing? Is it just your wins, or is it your division wins?
Yeah, I believe it has something to do with the division as well. I think at this point in the season, being 4-0, you know, there's a lot of teams that are 0-4 and 1-4, so we have a good chance to make the playoffs, even if we lose out, which I doubt. You know, this might be a real reality check for us. You never know what could happen, though. 3rd down, we're going to get the ball back if we stop them here. And then we'll go from there, you know. It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Well, we have 1:39 and the clock is stopped. So that was the last opportunity that the home team has to stop the clock. So it's going to be 3rd down. Now, obviously, I would bet almost any amount of money that you're not going to see a pass here from the Crusaders.
No.
So if they make a stop here, the play clock is how long?
It's, I believe, 30, 35 seconds. They'll have the punt into the win.
Yeah.
So you never know, again, what will happen.
You could roll some serious dice and take a safety.
Yeah.
That way you're not have to worry about the snap exchange there. And we have some movement. And that would be disastrous if it's against the home team. Oh, it's not enough for a 1st down, though. Okay, I'm looking at this angle up. That would make it 3rd down and short.
All right, looks like they jumped off sides.
We approach the 9:30 mark here. 1:37 to go on the clock. And let's see what the call's going to be. Is there a 10-second runoff on something like that?
They called it on us.
Oh, man, that's killer. Well, it's not killer. Like I said, that's not going to be enough for a 1st down, but it's going to make it definitely more makeable now. But what penalties still also include a 10-second runoff?
I think that's an offensive penalty. All offensive penalties.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, because you know the defense would jump off sides every time. If
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, in some cases, you know.
Okay, it's 3rd down and 2 now.
Well, now obviously we're in a way worse situation than we were.
Yeah. You've got to make sure there's nothing positive that comes forward here. Most importantly, you got to make sure you don't jump. Well, there's another flag.
It's going to be a hold on them.
Well, that was enough for a 1st down, so hopefully my broadcast partner is correct, and it is an offensive penalty. If not, that will seal the deal. And we're waiting for the call. I don't even see the guy in the white hat, do you? Okay, he's on the far side.
All right, it was a hold on them.
Okay, so that's going to be half the distance. That comes with 1:16 to go in the contest. Now, okay, let's suppose that they make the stop here. Do you go after the punter? The clock has been reset to 1:40.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
You know, our head coach Blaine he likes this conservative approach on that. You know, because he doesn't want to rough the kicker. But really, in this situation, there's no reason to be conservative.
Yeah, you have no. It's either that or you hope that Connolly takes one all the way back. Those are 1:24 to go now. And they have started the clock, so they can milk this down to underneath a minute. The bad news is for the opponents, they have the win. The good news is he's staring straight into the clock, so he knows exactly how long he can take. There's the handoff. And that is going to be stopped well shy of the first down. Now we have some whistles blowing. And were the Crusaders just the Cardinals' best friend? Or is that going to be against the guys in white?
It looked like it was almost the opposite, but they didn't call any penalty.
No flags, okay. I guess that whistle was to start the play clock.
Get off the
Yeah, you got to get off the field here because they could snap the ball. It's fourth down.
What I don't understand is how does the clock run on third down when the penalty is on them?
That I can't tell you.
We called a timeout in second down.
Okay, there are 40 seconds. The clock, I'm not going to pretend I understand. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, the officials are talking about. All right, the whistle has just started to start the play clock. So let's see what the situation is here. It's a 40-second game clock. So, all right, they are going to have to punt, but obviously what they're going to do is they're going to take a safety. The whistle started with 40 seconds, so the Crusaders are probably just running out of the back of the end zone. You take a safety, you have a 3-hour ride home. They call timeout with 14 seconds. We've seen 40 seconds on the clock. We've seen 15. Well, they're back to 15. So no timeouts for the Cardinals, 2 for the visitors. And again, I'd assume that what they're going to do is he's going to take a snap. He's going to run around to the end zone until somebody forces him out of bounds. Then they're going to take a free kick from the 20. The only thing you can hope for is he bobbles a snap and somebody recovers in the end zone for a touchdown. But let's see the situation here. And there's a timeout taken by the Crusaders. Okay, stop me if you heard this one, but 15 seconds to go. Crusaders are in punt formation. Connolly is back deep to receive. He doesn't have to go back very far because there is a stiff wind, but I can't imagine anybody would be kicking it to number 14. As there's a snap. He does kick it away. 11 seconds. You got to pick it up and run. 8, as he's on a run. 6 and 5.
Get down.
And he is stopped. 1 second left. How surprised are you about that?
Well,
I mean, why would you even want to give them the opportunity?
you know, who knows?
I'd feel much safer free kicking from the 20. I would have thought he would have run around a little longer and then just fallen in the end zone. But there's still 1 second on the game clock. So let's see what they're going to do. The ball will be set at the 25-yard line. Obviously, passing situation. We will probably see 5 wide. I see Ambo, I see Connolly, I see Ladner, and I see Maxey. And Williams is going to be in the backfield. Afferson is your quarterback, so they're only going 4 wide. As we await the shotgun snap here. Afferson. And that's going to be the ball falls incomplete. Wait. What just happened there? So that's going to be the way the ball game ends. 14-6 is the final score. The Bayou LaComb Cardinals fall to 4-1. The Panhandle Crusaders improve to 6-0. For your cameraman, Mr. Malcolm Wagner, your spotter, Miss Janet Foster, and John Freight, who is the color commentator and special teams coach for the Bayou LaComb Cardinals. We thank you for tuning in to this Bayou LaComb Cardinal football on Action News 17.